No! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, or as always, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Today, working on the Mustang again, and I've got a few parts for it. I got a couple mods, one that I kind of got to replace, but it's also an upgrade, and then a couple things in the front bumper that I have to address, because when I bought this thing, as you can see, there's no vents. So I'm replacing the vents just with factory vents. I thought about getting the ones with fog lights, but I still have those. I didn't feel like, relocating those down. And then I'm gonna end up getting an aftermarket grill and a lower grill, but you still need that lower plastic for most of the aftermarket grills, so I'm just gonna go and throw that back in there, put those in. I'm going to be upgrading the side markers with black ones, and then the rear license plate lights, one of them, I think it's the one on the driver's side, is out, so I've got some Morimoto license plate lights to go in there, and I run those on actually a couple of my cars. Like the truck has them. I think the ones in here are just regular LEDs, but the Morimoto LEDs are very reliable, and they're custom made for these, and then like the ones for the truck are custom made for that bumper too. So it's really cool, plug and play, super simple, and will be a lot better than the burnt out and regular halogen ones in there now. So I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do that stuff, and then in this video, it won't be today because as you can see, it's pretty gross out here. We're actually under a tornado watch right now. It's probably gonna end up being a tornado warning, but you gotta push on, right? So I'm going to install those couple little things, and then in this video, again, not today, but there will be a drive. I'm going to take you guys with me on a POV. I'm going to put the camera on the head, maybe try to get something to mount the camera in the car, and take you guys for a rip on this thing, because I've been driving it and it's great. I think first thing, what I'm going to do is maybe, because these are those little side vents, and then these are the Morimoto license plate lights, and these two boxes, I believe, are the sides. So these are the rears, these are the fronts. Go ahead and pop the fronts on just because they're super easy, and I should just be able to put my hand up in here, especially since there's no vent, so that'll be super easy, and just pop that out and pop the new one in. All right, so I was actually a little bit wrong about these. They screw on, so I'm gonna need to get a socket. All right, guys, so as you can see, it's like 11 in the morning and it's already super dark. Probably about to go in. Looks like it's getting pretty hairy out here. So probably gonna end up going in, but I think I'm gonna try to put this in real quick. This literally just snaps in. So that'll go right up under here. Don't know if you can see it. Probably can't. No. Alright guys, so it's a couple hours later, so it's a little brighter out here, so let's try this again. I went ahead and got the lower grill in. That looks a whole lot better than just, a gaping hole there. Still haven't put the sides in yet because I'm still going to do these. I already got the little bolts out of the back. They're just these little plastic screw-ons, and they are a 10mm. So just went ahead, popped those off real quick. Like I said, I already got the bolts out, so it should just come right off. Alright. So that's out. You just take the bulb that's in here and you twist it, and then the whole thing pops out like that. And then you just pull the bulb out. You don't need it anymore. And then you'll plug the new one in. And I'm not sure if these are directional or not, so before I actually put all this back in, I'm going to plug this in and make sure it works. So that's in. Plug it back in. It's in nice and tight. Now I'm going to go turn on the lights and be sure this one works. And there we go. So that one's good. And I want to check real quick. I'm going to pull it out, flip it, put it back in. Okay, so they aren't directional. So these ones you can put in either which way. Make sure the holes line up. That looks a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and get that bolted back in, and I'll do the other side, and then we'll move on to the back. Alright guys, so I went in and pushed in the side vents too, and they're pretty easy. A little bit of finagling to get them in there. It'd probably be a lot easier if you had the bumper off, but I didn't feel like doing all that. But they look a lot better, again, than just a few gaping holes there. So front end pretty much tied up for right now. I am still wanting to get a lip. That will be sometime soon, hopefully. But gonna get a lip, and then gonna get the plans for the back are to get a GT500 style diffuser down there, and then quad tips. Again, future stuff, but hopefully that will be very soon. So now, since we're done with the front, we're gonna go ahead and pop these ones off. These ones actually just pop in and out, so should just be able to get a little plastic pry tool and get that out. So let me grab that. All right, so I got my little plastic pry tool. I'll just stick it up in the back. And there we go. It pops out like that. I really do not recommend using like a screwdriver or anything unless you have like electrical tape or something on it, because you will mess this paint up. So kind of going to be the same thing. You'll just unscrew this one, pull the bulb out, put that in, screw it back in, and then the new one should just pop right in place. So I'm going to go grab the new one, put it in, and then we'll make sure it works, and then I'll do the other side, and then you guys will see this thing after. All right guys, so all of those side markers are in. These ones, I recommend getting some kind of oil or lube or something, just kind of wipe it around the, I mean dielectric grease would probably work too, but just kind of wipe it around the O-ring on this one, because that was a pain to get in there until I went and got some of that. So there's an O-ring that seals on the inside when you put the bulb part in. Like I said, just put some dielectric grease around that, it'll slip right in, then it'll be all sealed up and good to go. Other than that, super easy, pops out, pops right back in. They all work, they all look really good. And now to the license plate lights. So these are, like I said, Morimoto. You can see label on the back. I got these because, like I said, I've gotten them for the truck, and they've been on the truck for a good couple years now, and they've always been good. And Morimoto, I mean, they're just good lights all around. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to doing this. It's pretty simple. They just kind of pop in, but you still have to remove, I've already started kind of removing it. You still got to remove this little top piece, which it also clips in. So you just get the same little plastic pry tool that you had, and you just get up under there. You don't want to pry down a whole lot, but just a little bit. It shouldn't be on there too tight. And this whole piece will come down. Don't think you have to take off the plate. Alright, you definitely don't have to take off the plate. Just when you're taking it off, just make sure, because how I kind of had it, it was pulling down like that and pushing it backwards. Just kind of make sure you pull it down kind of straight. So once you pop those clips out, you can push them back in just a little bit, not to where they click, and then it gives you enough room to pull it out. So that's this. Set that over to the side. And then your license plate lights up in here, they do the same thing. You just pop in, so you just get your plastic pry tool and work at them for a second. Alright, I probably need both hands, so I'll pop those out real quick and show you. So I got both of these popped out. As you can see, two little clips in there. You get your little pry tool up on the sides, and that'll push those in. They pop out, and you just pull them out. So now, all I gotta do is take these little clips out on both sides and replace the whole thing. Now, if you're not replacing the whole thing, you're just replacing the light itself in here. You don't even have to pop these out. You just take these Phillips heads out after you pull this bar off, and then you can just replace them without pulling these out. But since I'm replacing the whole assemblies, I gotta pull that whole thing out. So just undo that clip, and then this should pull out. Again, probably gonna need both hands, so I'll show you guys when they're installed. Alright guys, so those are in. They all look good. All of them work. And again, just the white, I feel like just bounces off a lot better than the red and orange that used to be on it. And super easy. And then the license plate lights are super bright, and they both work again, so no worries about getting pulled over with that anymore, because they love to do that around here. So again, a couple of super cheap, good little lighting upgrades for these things. And I haven't done a lot. Like, I haven't done obviously anywhere near what I want to do to this thing, but I mean, it's really coming along, and I'm super excited to keep modifying and just kind of taking you guys along with me. So the next clip, well, so I'm done with all that now. If you guys want any of that stuff, it'll be in the description below, and you guys can go pick that stuff up. Not expensive at all. The side marker lights for the set, I think, was 50 bucks, something like that. And then the reverse lights, I think, were another 30. So not bad at all. The grill, the lower grill, I think was 45, and the two side vents, I think, were another 30. So again, not too bad on that either. Most of you guys probably won't need that stuff, but I did, because I think they either replaced the bumper or maybe that stuff was broken, whatever, but it just looks a lot better. It looks complete, doesn't look ratty anymore. At least less ratty. So yeah, so we're done with that. The next shot should be me coming out in this thing with you guys on my head. Should hopefully be a way nicer day, and I'll take you guys on a POV drive of this thing. Alright guys, so it is a little while later since I put those mods on, and yes, I do got the hat cam on. We're gonna go for a little POV drive, and I'm gonna tell you guys pretty much exactly why I bought this thing and how much I paid for it, all that good stuff. So gonna go ahead and get this thing uncovered. It's gonna be a cold start. Hasn't started since a little bit earlier last night. It is July 5th now. Just got over July 4th. We got fireworks over there, fireworks in the driveway, and yard's a little bit of a mess, so don't pay attention to any of that. But that's why I had to start putting the cover on it. Got all these stray cats like to sleep on our car. Got all the camp prints on there, but oh well. So let's get this thing uncovered. Now on the hat cam, let's get in here. And I think y'all can see pretty good. Yeah, I guess let's go. gonna be able to talk, but that cold start is no joke. So let it idle down for a second. So let's kind of get into, I mean, why I bought a Mustang. So I've been kind of, I mean, if you guys watch my channel at all, you know I'm a pretty big Chevy guy. Never, I mean, I've liked the Mustangs. I've had a New Edge. It was a V6, but it was a manual. But I've been watching channels like It's Just a Six, Derek Brand Productions, stuff like that, and I've just always, I actually watched Derek when he had the New Edge when I had mine, just saw him modding his and was kind of going off little physical mods with that. But I've always liked the Mustangs and really wanted to get into the Coyote platform. My favorite ones are the 2015 to I think 2018, I think is when they changed. Those are the ones that I was really wanting to get, the second gen Coyotes. But I've always liked these, and these are obviously a good bit cheaper, and that'll go into how much I paid for this thing. I paid $15,000 for this car, and the exhaust was already done, already had the wheels on it. It's not perfect, like there's a fender paint chip in the clear coat, there's a dent in the hood, little things like that, stuff that doesn't affect the drivability and reliability of the car, and can easily be fixed. Like I plan on getting a cowl hood for this and stuff like that anyways, so really no biggie there. And then the fender, I'm sure a respray for a fender isn't terrible, and I just really wanted to get into something. I was looking at Camaros, but a 2012, 2011 Camaro Super Sport is like one of the cheapest ones I found was like 20,000 or like 18,000, something like that, and it was kind of looked a little bit ragged on and had about the same miles as this does. This has 100 and almost just about to be 136,000, and I don't think that's terrible, especially from what I hear about the Coyotes. They last forever. I'm not too sure about the MT82, and I've got a couple things to kind of quote unquote almost bulletproof this one, and I'll show you guys those in a future upload. But it's, I mean, it shifts good, it feels good, it's got plenty of power. I've got on it a couple times. I don't like to do it too much just because I have a pretty bad record with getting tickets, so don't want to get another one in here. Plus the wife says if I start getting too many, you know, we have to get rid of it, and that's no fun. So I mean, yeah, I've just always liked the Coyote platform. Never had one, so I wanted to kind of get into and experience it. I've had the LS stuff, the LS based stuff, which I've never had a true LS because I've had the truck and the Tahoe and a couple of other things. Those are the iron blocks, but I've had, you know, LS based stuff. I had the Hemi that kind of bit me in the butt with the Grand Cherokee, and I've just never had the 5.0 Coyote, and I figured I'd give it a shot. And so far, I mean, I'm loving this thing, and yeah, really no complaints. Yeah, that's pretty much why I got this. The Challengers, out of the three, I had the Camaro, this one, the Mustangs, and the Challengers. The Challengers are boats, and I've already experienced a Hemi. Wasn't too pleased with it. The Camaros are fun, but they're expensive. The years I was even able to remotely maybe afford made less power than this, are heavier, and so that's, you know, that's no fun. And then you've got this one, which I paid $15,000 for. It makes more power than the same year Camaro, and it's lighter. So I mean, it's cheaper, lighter, faster. It's like the best you could do. really beat the reliability of an LS? I don't know. I've heard these Coyote motors run forever, so I guess we'll figure that out. But I do know LSs, if you treat them right, I mean, you could put a blower on a 300,000 mile LS stock and it's gonna live. So kind of wanted to experience this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, if I should have gone with a Camaro or a Challenger. I feel like the diehard Chevy guys, if there are any that watch this channel, they're gonna hate that I picked a Mustang over, you know, a Camaro or anything. But I don't know, I feel like anybody that isn't really biased, because I mean, yeah, everybody's gonna be a little biased to what they like. Like my dad was very upset that I bought a Mustang, but you know, they're gonna be biased. They're not gonna see the pros and cons of everything. And I feel like I'm one of the ones that I love Chevys, don't get me wrong, and never really been a big fan of Ford, just because a lot of their other stuff isn't very good. But I've always loved the Mustangs, and like even the F-150s with the 5.0s in them, or the Raptor R's, those are awesome. But you get into like the EcoBoosts, the stuff like that, I don't know, I haven't heard very many good things about them. And I figured I'd just take this little drive, kind of tell you guys why I bought a Mustang. And it's just mainly those three things that I've touched up on before. And I'm really hoping, and this thing handles really good, but I'm just excited to kind of get into this build with you guys. Hopefully this thing will kind of take the channel to a little bit of a kind of the next step. And just because, I mean, I've had the truck, I've had things that, you know, are okay, but I don't really feel like they're doing what they need, what I was hoping they'd do. And I've actually got a couple things that I've been thinking about lately, and as one of them is kind of selling the truck, kind of thinking about that, but not really sure if I should, just because, I mean, for one, it's a truck. I mean, you can always use a truck, and it's not like too nice that I don't want to do anything with it, because, like, you know, I can still haul stuff with a trailer or put stuff in the bed, and the paint's not perfect, so if I scratch it up, yeah, it's a bummer, but it's not a big deal. But I don't know, just let me know what you guys think about that whole thing. I've thought about maybe selling that, maybe either putting the money into this and then putting a little bit away, because I wouldn't put the whole thing I sell it for into this, but maybe putting a little bit into this, putting a little bit, you know, back, or maybe buying something else to maybe make up for it. I'm not sure, but that's kind of a couple things I've been kicking around. And then obviously there's just a whole bunch of stuff I want to do to this that it would take a 50-hour-long video for me to just tell you guys all that I wanted to do. So just that's basically it. Kind of wanted to show you guys installing those couple little things. I actually didn't plan on going into why I bought a Mustang in this video, but I recorded all that stuff like maybe a month or so ago, and just as it's been kind of sitting there, I wanted to add a little more to it, so I figured what better of a time than to explain why I bought a Mustang and why I think this is going to be good for the channel. I mean, the views have been doing pretty good, I think, and it seems like you guys like it, and then I get some newer people that hopefully they like it and everything. So let me know what you guys think of it. If you guys are happy that I bought one, if you're not too happy, if you hate Mustangs. But I don't know, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Sorry, I had to kick it just a little bit, but again, I can drone on and on. I mean, just especially when I'm just kind of driving around. I can just keep talking forever, but I'm probably going to head back to the house right now, do a little bit of an outro. I might get on it just a little bit, for you guys, but yeah, this is it. Like I said, I have nothing but, I don't want to turn around right here, I'll get hit. I have nothing but love for this car, and super excited on where this is going to go. I'll probably get back on the highway at some point, and then you'll see me there, and I'll kind of maybe do like a little bit of a, not a major pull. Like I probably won't do a full throttle pull, just because, you know, Mustangs, I don't want it to end up, you know, into a crowd somewhere or a tree. But I'll pull onto the road and show you guys a little bit of what it can do. All right, guys, so here we are at the crossroads. Going to pull out here, do a little pull, nothing crazy.
Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should.
That was maybe 3/4 of throttle, and I mean it feels good. And like I said, the transmission feels really good, and I just love this car. Now, I'm not the best at driving a manual yet, haven't been in one in a minute, been kind of kicking this around for a while, and getting a lot better just the more I drive this thing. So definitely not gonna be, you know, winning any drag races in this thing for right now, and don't want to drive it too hard till I get, you know, a lot better at slipping the clutch, from a dig, all that stuff, because I'll eat through this clutch if I start trying to do all that stuff right now. So like I said, love this thing. Super excited to see where it's gonna go, and I mean what you guys think of it. But yeah, so right now I think I'm just gonna head back to the house. It's gonna be a pretty boring drive now that I'm back on the straightaways, and I'll see you guys back there. All right, guys, so back home now from our little trip, and like I said, that's pretty much gonna wrap this video up just for what I kind of want to do today. I want to show you the lights and the sides here. They're still holding up really good. Like I said, this is about a month later, and those still look awesome. All the vents in the front, they look way better than it just being, you know, empty holes there. And then the lights for the license plates, they're looking real good. They're bright as heck, and spoiler's still holding up good. Still got to get tail lights and then my third brake light, but other than that, everything I've done to it is holding up great. Still got a whole lot more to do to it, and hopefully you guys enjoy the content. I sure like doing it. So if you guys liked this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you like stuff I'm putting out and want to see more with the truck, the Mustang, the Tahoe, all that stuff. Go follow me on all my socials. All those will be at the end cards at the end of this video and in the description below. Go check out some of my links below, get you some pretty cool stuff, save you some money. Use my promo codes. Leave a comment down below if you have any comments, questions, concerns about anything in this video, or what you guys think about the Mustang. Leave that down below. I like hearing from you guys, like hearing your guys' feedback. And again, that's pretty much where I'm gonna leave off, guys. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time.